Hey there, Lucinda. All right, thank you for getting this essay correction. It's a little bit later than I expected to give it back to you, largely because of the holidays and whatnot. However, let's jump in. It's great to see you taking action and writing your essay. So sorry about your frustration being stuck at 6.5. And I saw your grades before, and I was like, you're scoring high in everything except the writing. So I'm pretty confident we can help you. Let's go. It cannot be disputed that international marketing has been a contentious issue over the last 30 years. Globalization and technology developments allowed several companies to establish their publicity throughout the world. Consequently, some people guarantee this can be truly detrimental for the country in question. However, strongly feel that with the proper regulations, these marketing actions can be positive and beneficial. Beautiful. On the one hand, there is ample evidence that national companies are adversely affected by international marketing, especially in the developing world. The fundamental reason behind this is that the local products or services are dramatically harmed when it comes to competing with a fully developed international company. So, fantastic so far. Zero grammar errors, which is amazing. And very tight introduction. So it's wonderful, very good work. Be careful though. Well, yes, this is similar to the framework we suggest in our course, and however, this is more like the older version. We've got a more developed version. But there's definitely a lot of excellent grammar, and we've got some C2 vocabulary here, contentious issue and whatnot, ample evidence. That's fantastic. So be careful though, because we could introduce an element of hedging, and that would stop generalizations or sweeping generalizations. So, for example, here, the fundamental reason behind this is most likely that local products, so we put most likely here just to avoid that generalization, are dramatically harmed when it comes to competing, because if we don't put that hedge in there, most likely, okay, if we don't put that in there, we're just assuming and we're stating that all local products are hurt when an international company enters the market. So, and that's not the case. Some local products might actually benefit. We don't know for sure, so that's why we hedge. Take Argentina as an example. The moment Coca-Cola started advertising their local soda company, there could be Coca-Cola in this case. So I would have just put the Argentine local soda company, Manaus, lost market share with a giant industry leader, or with a giant American industry leader, just to make it clear. So in this sentence, we need to just maybe cut it up or just rewrite it so we know who there is. Obviously, now I'm analyzing it, I'm going to say it's Argentina, but it could be easily interpreted as Coca-Cola, okay? And also lost market share with the giant American industry leader. As a consequence, the province of Cordoba, where this family business had its base, lost an enormous amount of money. Beautiful example, good. And we could also just finish the paragraph off with kind of like a summary of what we've said, just to increase cohesion. And this is exactly some of the sort of like points or some of the modules. Some of the modules teach this exact structure, similar to what you've done here, but with other elements such as the hedging, a more coherent framework, and sort of like a summary at the end, just to tie it all up and make it more coherent. On the other hand, although these international marketing actions can be bad for countries, you see, this is another thing where more feedback would definitely benefit you. Although this is the other type of student our teachers and myself love working with, because it's not really a case of corrections that much, it's more a case of improving, just like we did with the hedging here. Here, the vocabulary bad. What could we say instead of bad, Lucinda? We could say detrimental, okay, or negative consequences, just to improve our vocabulary. On the other hand, although these international marketing actions can be detrimental for countries, or for receiving countries. Let's just be a little bit more exact. Its multifold advantages cannot be denied. Beautiful. Firstly, the ROI provided by the advertisements are unquestionably helpful for education, culture, and language. Beautiful. Furthermore, okay, so we've just made a little bit of a point here. How can we develop that? How can we develop it? For example, when Coca-Cola entered the state of Mumbai, due to its English advertising campaign, ESL literacy rates jumped by over 20% in a 5-year period. Whatever. This is another little sort of module we've got about how to write convincing arguments, which will help you score points. Furthermore, it can also be an opportunity for foreign companies to establish themselves in the country, making not only marketing but also enabling new job opportunities for locals. Beautiful. For example, Amazon has recently landed or launched, probably more specific, offering high-paid positions for both junior and seniors in the IT sector. Excellent. And then once again, maybe a summary sentence. To conclude, provided that these international companies are closely monitored and regulated, there is no reason their marketing actions should be discouraged. Beautiful. What is more, such investments can be successfully allocated to benefit the aforementioned country. Excellent. This is a really good essay. I'm surprised you're at 6.5. Maybe you become more nervous in the exam, or maybe your handwriting is poor, which might, I don't know, negatively affect it. But we could, to really guarantee this is at a 7, probably round up the body paragraphs more, improve the vocabulary. Even though your vocabulary is excellent, there's still room for opportunity, room for improvement. Also, as I kind of mentioned before, we could make these paragraphs a little bit longer. Lucinda, the body paragraphs are going to be where you pick up most of your points. So as we can just see visually here, there's only like a couple of sentences more in your body paragraphs. Ideally, if we're going for a 7, we can beef this up, so to speak, and just add maybe more arguments in there. So I'm pretty certain we could get you to a 7, and I don't think it'd be difficult. What we do is you send in more essays. Well, you watch a few tutorials, you do some exercises, send them in, we have a look, we send them back to you, and then you watch some more tutorials, you send us some more essays, we review them exactly like this, and then we give you more feedback, and then you watch more tutorials. And in the more advanced tutorials, we're talking about sophisticated examples, developing your body paragraphs, developing your arguments, and I'm pretty certain we could get you to a 7, maybe even higher. And I'd honestly as well, from what I've heard, it's a good time to be applying to Canada at the moment. COVID made everything chaotic. If you're in Canada, the immigration numbers have increased because they didn't have the flow of immigrants coming into the country because of the travel restrictions. And with the vaccine coming around the corner, they're going to have to be inviting more people. Because of the restrictions, they're going to have to increase it next year also. So increase the numbers. So, and also with the vaccine coming around the corner, things could get back to normal maybe in a year or 2. So right now is a good time to be applying. Anyway, have a look at the links that we send, and have a look, keep an eye on your inbox. We've got some special offers coming your way. And also, if you join us in the next 24 hours, we can give you 2 extra essay corrections free on top of the $50 discount that's coming in the post, coming in the email. So have a great Christmas, Lucinda, and espero verte pronto en el curso. Nos vemos. Adiós.